Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in to the latest video edition of the Shuttle Tydirium podcast. I am your host, Captain Jim Chadwick.
Hey.
I do have sitting next to me, Phil.
Many Ewoks gave their lives for us to be here.
Moment of silence for that.
What?
Moment of silence.
Oh, that's enough.
Alright, we have Chief Engineer, Biff.
If all they could see was hiding underneath the tables down there.
Get back in
Head
there.
of Human Resources, J-Bot.
Hello.
Oh.
So I'll talk. Jim looks like he's tired. So we're just doing this as a quick recap from day one of Gen Con. I wore my feet off walking around the event hall. I think both of these guys did. Biff basically never left his station as a good engineer. Just kept the ship running. Long story short, we ran Biff's, what was it called? ISD?
Yeah, the ISD scenario.
Yeah.
Imperial Space Destroyer.
Space Destroyer, yeah.
Imperial Star Destroyer.
That too.
Yeah, one of those. Yeah, that thing. We did that mission. How many people normally are in that? 6 aside?
It's usually about 6 people in total, so 3 on each side.
3 on each side, okay.
You know, sometimes
We
a
had
little bit
7.
more, a little bit.
We
Yeah,
had 7.
so it
Which
was
is
fair.
fine. Yeah.
And there was, one player was totally dedicated to being the ISD.
Yeah,
So you really
that
had
helped.
3 on 3 as far as the fighters
Oh yeah.
were
Yeah.
concerned.
I can say from my side, it was fun. Stressful as all hell early, really
Yeah.
early, and about turn 4, 5-ish, I'd say. But like it kind of evened out, and the tables turned a bit as dice and things kind of all coalesced. But then from that point forward, I'd say like turn 8 to the end, it was a nail biter, at least from the Imperial
It
side.
got real close.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was a nail biter towards the end. But I had fun. I legitimately enjoyed it. So
Yeah.
I mean, win or loss. I said at the end, like this is lining up for one of those ships to go into the
Into the
Yeah.
bridge. I mean, it was perfectly lined up.
Boom.
So every ship that was close, I'm just like, everybody, gun that one
Go.
down, everything on that one. Because it's like we knocked them to any hull damage. It was just like, but part of me was secretly, I want to see a ship go. I mean, that's the whole
Going
point,
there.
right? Is that
Yeah.
you build it into the rules to see that.
Yep.
So.
Yeah,
But could he have flown the Y-wing in from the backside?
absolutely.
You could?
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
Who
Could
knows?
have done that.
Sneaky dog.
Yeah, well, I mean,
You need at least one more turn to be able to do that.
Right, yeah, I know we were able to take them out, but that's what I was worried about, because y'all had ships scattered like all
Yeah.
over the map there. I was like, oh, one of these guys is going to get a head running on it.
Yeah, it would have had that Y-wing almost had a proton torpedo shot.
Yeah.
That would have been
Yeah.
that would
really
have pretty much
bad.
ended
You
it.
started like putting the critical hits.
Well,
there.
it
So-
would've-
No, because that's going to
Was
get
that the
them
one
free
that was
credit
out by the
pretty
shield
much.
generator?
Oh.
Not the
Yeah.
one that was back behind the bridge?
Yeah,
Just
Yes.
behind the bridge.
yeah. The one
Okay.
behind the bridge
You got a
got
blinded pilot.
blinded pilot card to turn
Right
around.
on the same turn that the shield generator went down.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Those TIE fighters
TIE
were,
fighters were great.
like, you do the TIE interceptors.
Oh.
They did damage, but they took damage.
They took damage, but I took out about 8 ships with those interceptors.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it
like
was
you,
ludicrous how many ships I was
you
slicing.
traded blow for blow, or actually more than
More,
that.
they got more than their points.
Those TIE fighters lived. Like, he didn't lose a single
He didn't
one.
lose a single TIE fighter, yeah.
And yeah, he did good damage.
Y'all left them
Yeah, they're
alone.
stupid.
Y'all left those TIE
Yeah.
fighters alone.
I shot like 6 CLT shots into Hellrunner.
Yeah,
Well, he survived because of a hull
Yeah,
upgrade. Or she, whatever.
Yeah.
That ship survived because
Yeah,
of a
but-
hull upgrade. A
Yeah.
hull upgrade.
Yeah. Soaked up a few more.
Right, but
CLT
still,
shots than
nonetheless,
you would
it's
expect.
like, it should have been dead many
Yeah.
turns earlier than that, but that
Yeah.
hull upgrade kept it alive. So. But in general, I think all of us so far had a good time. I've had a
Yeah,
good
I
time.
even say just never been to Gen Con before, and I've been to gaming conventions. But
Yeah.
so the Indianapolis has one large, giant room that they can partition off, but it was this huge room. It was like massive, and like you know this is the long way, and each to the right is like enough of some convention halls that I've seen,
Oh,
and
right.
to the left was enough, and then it kept going. It was this
Yeah.
huge, and that was.
That was
Not
a-
even half the gaming space,
No, not
you
even
know,
close,
for the
yeah.
convention. I'm like, this is a massive room.
Yeah, we'll post some
Get a
pictures up
plane
on the
in.
Facebook page. I took some of an empty gaming hall. What is that officially called? Where we're at?
Yeah, gaming hall.
Yeah, I took pictures of it empty.
Event area.
Yeah, the event hall, or yeah, I took pictures of it empty, and then took some of it full.
Yeah.
And that empty hall, they basically opened one wall of it, and that's the exhibit hall is on the other
Yeah,
side.
the other
Yeah.
side of it, yep.
Like, oh, this is a giant hall, and then they wheel aside this giant like aircraft hangar door, and like, oh my gosh, and that's not even all of it.
Oh,
I mean,
like weird. Like I was walking back to the hotel room, or going to the hotel room the first
Yeah.
time. So I leave the gaming hall, and I walk across the street to the hotel,
Yeah.
and I go up to the sky level, and I'm walking through one hotel to get to the other hotel,
Yeah.
and I'm passing conference
Gaming
room
rooms.
after
Yeah,
conference
yeah.
room after conference room filled with people
Yeah.
playing games. I was
Well,
like,
the thing that was crazy was I was walking back, and people had set up what looked like one of those dwarven forge like things
yeah,
on just a conference, like a table out in the hall.
yeah,
where
like
people
there's a
drinking
sofa,
coffee.
there's a coffee
Yeah.
table, yeah.
Oh, I mean,
People
it's
playing there.
yeah, just people like, oh hey, I bought all the
Oh,
dwarven
yeah.
forge stuff down in the exhibit hall. Let's play. Let's put it out and play.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I mean, I did the True Dungeon thing. If
Yeah.
anybody's never done that, that was my one goal, was to get that out of the way, and it was another mile from where the exhibit or the everything was. It was a 20-minute walk, all the way to the
Yeah.
football field,
Yeah.
which is like
Lucas Oil.
3 or 4. No, it's 3 blocks on the other direction. You know,
Yeah.
so we're 3 blocks from the actual like end of it. Then it's another 3 blocks that way, just to
Jeez.
cross underneath like the street to go to and that wasn't even it. There was more, like even further away.
You had
It's
the
so-
Renaissance fair people with the lutes and drums and
Running
singing and
Yep.
running around. You've got the cosplayers and
Wasn't as much of that as I thought I would see.
Yeah.
Honestly, maybe
Wait till tomorrow.
weekend. Yeah, normally
Yeah,
Friday,
when's the
Saturday.
cosplay competition? Those contests?
I think the parade is on Saturday,
Yeah.
and then parade leads into the competition.
Yeah.
I was surprised at the number of even females, but not just females, but actually attractive-looking females in a gaming convention. I was like, yeah, 20 years ago.
It's funny you say that.
Maybe
Actually, I was
not.
listening to people saying the same thing. 20 years ago, there was no women here at all.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, but I would say what I was most kind of intrigued by was how many people stopped by our tables.
Yep.
Really, biz tables. Honestly, they're biz tables.
Yeah,
He did all the work.
He did everything.
And I have a bone to pick with
Except
him
he
about
beat
storage, but
We can
his
do that some
storage
other
stuff
time.
is ridiculous. We had more people stop by and say, "Wow, this looks amazing. What is this?"
Yeah.
Just from walking by and seeing it.
Yeah.
And which I wasn't expecting. I mean, we're sitting next to a table that's got all this amazing scenery on it. Some big zombie apocalypse thing down another.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, and all these tables look amazing. It's like, why are they coming over? And, I mean, not that this
Star
isn't
Wars.
awesome, but it's like, how do you even notice
Yeah.
ours with all this other stuff going on?
Yeah.
You'd see
Right.
old people, young people.
Yeah,
You
it's a
know.
mix of good people.
Pretty
I think the guy that
eclectic.
ran the TIE Fighters, it was his first game, or pretty close to it.
Yeah, he was relatively
It
new.
was really new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he needed a lot of help, but he also got it. Like, he got it pretty
Yeah.
quick. Because he was doing most of the turns towards the end by himself.
There were some cool looking games up near us too.
Oh, yeah.
This is one. It was this giant table, and it was like a town. Like there was water, boats
on one side.
docks, like blocks, city blocks. It was like a Middle Eastern city that ended in an airport with like
Oh
big
yeah.
planes and helicopters, and like all through it was like zombies, and it was like a zombie apocalypse thing. It was
That had to
nuts.
take hours.
Oh, it looks so
Was that
cool,
19
though.
in one table?
Yeah, it was 19 to 1 table.
Oh, it was?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd have
That's
to
so
say,
good.
I appreciate what 19 and 1, and obviously Biff, he's done a ton of work on this, so I can't kind of overstate how
You
much
still
work
got
he's
plenty more to go.
done. Oh, don't remind me. I haven't even run the Mario Kart stuff. I think we got a handful more people signed
Yeah.
up
Yeah,
tonight.
I talked to a bunch of people and
Yeah.
sold them on it.
Yeah, you were doing a good job of marketing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jim,
Why?
Jim
Yeah.
died very fast in our ISD mission, so Jim was not very effective in his bomb dropping. And
Yeah. Well, but I don't.
he bombed his own ship
You know,
better than anybody else.
every one of those bombs got ran over.
They did.
They
Two
did.
of them by him.
Yeah.
True,
The
but I only
very-
did one damage.
literally the next
I
maneuver.
only did one damage to myself though.
No,
so
you
it
did two because the proximity did one, and then the
Oh,
cluster
yeah.
did one. Yeah, he ran over two templates, two different bomb templates.
But that wasn't what killed me. But it was.
No, it certainly helped.
It was all of his entire forces coming straight at my
Well,
box
that was that
did
too.
it.
Yeah,
But
It was
it-
9,000.
it was also when I went to the vendor halls and realized my foot was about to fall off,
Yeah.
and I was like, I can't even look at the vendors, so I'll go hang out. You know, and I just people walk up and look around. There were people that had come from the FFG tournament that had heard of like sling paints and like
Yep.
the Kratz, but they'd never heard of us and had never heard of like Minox Squadron.
Really?
And you know, I know, and never heard of our event. And they're like, "What's going on? What's
Yeah.
all this?" And I was like,
Oh, yeah.
"Wow!"
I'm sure-
I thought a bunch of these. I
I'm
started
sure we'll
name
have
dropping
some stuff to talk about from this place, not just related to us, just based off that one guy that came over. I don't want to get into it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, but I think that's going to be fun to talk about.
But there was a lot of people that just either hadn't played X-Wing or had played a little bit, or they had one friend who had all the stuff and he was always trying to get them to play. And I talked up here to Cluster a lot. I talked to Mario Kart. I talked to our event. You know, I spent a lot of time.
I think it goes back to something we said way back early in the podcast about building the casual scene of put it on the table. And people in your store will see it and be like, what is this? I want to play. Because that's what it felt like was happening. People was like, oh, this is so cool. What is this game? Or is this that X-Wing thing I hear about? And they would come.
Some of those guys from the FFG area, they came over and we were taught they were intrigued by the trench run. They really were interested in it. We were only doing one game of it. And they were kind of sad for that.
Bummed out about that.
Yeah, but then I was talking about it and how we run it, and people just come over and they're like, oh, that's what we get more players. I'm like,
there you go.
Yeah.
That's what to do it.
Play the cool, visually pleasing stuff that makes people want to go, wow, this is so cool.
So, anything you guys are super looking forward to tomorrow? I mean, obviously I've got Mario Kart stuff. We're running tomorrow.
Mario Kart.
That'll be interesting. What do you
got? Picking up the new Scum Aces. Guns for Hire.
Oh, Guns for Hire.
I got my thing saying reserved.
Yeah, Guns for Hire's out. Or out.
Yeah,
here.
The line was insane. Like, you go pick up saying, you can buy this if you go wait in line for, next 2 days. But that line was like at least an hour. And
it went across an aisle. They had to have like ushers keeping the aisle clear.
And they had some of the signs saying, this is the end of the line.
Like a 10-person line management team.
Yes.
Yeah.
There might be more people managing the line than the booth.
Well, probably, if they took all the line managers and had them taking money.
People.
They did have of course by the time anyone sees this, but they had the booth of ships, and
like
nothing was
display cases?
The display cases.
I didn't see that.
Nothing was new. They had the Guns for Hire ships there, but they had a space that said
to be
reserved or coming Friday afternoon.
Yeah.
Okay.
So something they're going to put in there on the
Friday, 11-ish, 11 o'clock is their, what's it called?
In-flight report.
In-flight report. We're going to try and get somebody into that.
Yeah, Phil's going to crash it.
Yeah, it's sold out.
It's sold out, but
I'm going to try and get in on generic tickets.
Yeah, I think you will. I mean,
that's possible.
Yeah.
Just get there early.
If one person
doesn't show up,
one person out of 500 or whatever it was that put in there don't show up. Yeah, if you know who I am, try that.
Do you know who I am?
Yeah.
Press badge.
Press badge. Yeah. Jim Chadwick, I'm that guy. I wrote an article. I'm famous. I'm on the team.
Yeah, they'll probably mention my name and they'll lock the door.
Right. So, okay, so what have you got going on tomorrow?
So tomorrow the trench run, we'll be running the trench run.
So Friday we're doing the trench, or you're doing the trench run.
I'm doing the trench run, and my buddy John is also doing his version of the trench run.
What's the difference between those two?
He's right-handed.
It's kind of the minutia of it.
Yeah.
But he's got a little bit of a different layout. The trench is more center, and he's got a big turbo laser at the end of the trench.
Right.
So, but the mechanics and the flow of the game is still the same.
Okay.
They're both based
Are
off
you using
of
Dagobah Dave's version 3 rules?
No. No, I'm running with my variant for this. So so the big disappointment to Jim, sorry.
Yeah.
There's not in the event at all.
Yeah.
And then we've got the Rebel Resupply.
Yep.
That's something I'm running early in the day. You already mentioned your Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Rebel Resupply.
And we've got more.
That's one from Star Wars Rebels.
Yes.
Yeah, Star Wars Rebels based.
So the Ghost is in it.
Is that your first run at that?
I had John, who's running his version of Trench Run. His playtest group playtested that for me last year at Gen Con.
Oh, very good.
So this is its first official
actual run
release.
Go ahead.
We should also say that some of the Ewoks pulled some money together and actually got from hired Notch Nerd Wood Pop Art to make for Jonathan, for J-Bot, a memento of
it's an effigy.
of all former employees who've worked there.
Right. It's about they all look the same.
Are you gonna put like a black ribbon or something in the corner?
I don't know. I feel like I need one for like every one of them, like kill marks.
Yeah.
But that's from
Scratching there.
Notched Nerd. He has an Etsy page.
He has an Etsy page. He has a Facebook page. He has a what are all the kids using?
That fancy thing.
Big Instagram.
Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah, Instagram.
Yeah, it looks like he has an InstaFace page.
Instaface, my face.
Yeah.
He's on my face. InstaChat.
Yeah, but he sent that, and I think it's awesome.
Oh yeah,
That's
That's
and
great.
well, this was commissioned by the Ewok crew, which is awesome.
It's their version of a selfie.
It's a traditional Ewok
So awesome, yeah. Well, I think that's all I got. Anybody else got anything else you want to throw in there?
Yeah, our beer's probably chilled at this point.
Yeah,
We
you can
can
tell
go
our
pass
voices
out.
are probably
Yeah.
mine's definitely screwed up. So, but I will try and load this up, and you will see it eventually. Hopefully tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'll get it loaded up because I'm not going to edit it much, if at all.
If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to help us continue improving and expanding our channel's content.